Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we have a wishing coin event in Idle Heroes, and weirdly enough, they want us to use our super wishing coins this week for rewards. Now, this week's event is unusual, but also we've seen something similar to it before. However, DHGames really have made one crucial error with designing this week's event, which makes me feel like the event as a whole is probably a mistake. So we're going to be breaking all of that down and telling you what to avoid this week so that you don't either waste money or waste your resources, as it's likely we're going to see better events, hopefully, in the future. Also, if you guys need one-to-one advice with your Idle Heroes account, join us on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. The stream is 3 hours before reset, so join us on a Tuesday if you need one-to-one tips and tricks. This Tuesday coming, actually, is specifically for anyone that needs help in Void campaign and making progress there. So if that's you, join us then. To take part in that, you need to join our Discord, which you can find a link for in the description, discord.gg/MKxJUMP, and our other Tuesday account review events you can join through being a subscriber on Twitch, or one key way is by backing me on Patreon. If that's something you want to check out, click the link up there and get access through that. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, every day for logging in this week, you're going to get yourself 15 mithril pickaxes, which are crucial for making progress in the Sky Labyrinth. As well, you get yourself a super wishing coin. So each day, that's going to come to a total of 105 pickaxes. Very nice. Force War makes a return, so be sure to sign up here, either with your guild, if you want to join with your guild mates. However, it does make it difficult for people in guilds to shift people around, so speak to your guild leader first before you sign up as a guild, because they may have some plans to restructure your guild between now and, whilst Force War is happening. In that case, individual sign up is fine. So just make sure you talk to your guild leader first before you sign up with your guild buddies. Cool events are along here. This is where the main parts of the event are. If we look at the value packs, they're not bad. We get ourselves some gems, we get pickaxes, we get wishing coins, and importantly, treasure coupons. I love it when treasure coupons are available because it makes using your starry gems here much better value, especially for free-to-play players, because the treasure train is one of the crucial ways that free-to-play players can improve the overall power of their account. However, it's only worth spending your contract story gems here if the event rewards that you get for doing so are worth it. So let's take a look at the rest of the event. Sky Labyrinth is here. This is probably where you want to go ahead and select Queen to be your main hero. You go ahead and clear away squares, and that's going to gain you energy in this bottom section here. When you get to 43 energy, Queen will do an active skill, and you want to make sure that the surrounding 7 tiles around where you've come from are all clear, so that whole area gets cleared by the Queen active. After you've done 2 active skills from Queen, I generally think it's good to switch to Asmodel. Some people prefer to do the whole thing with Asmodel, that's fine too, but it is marginally better to start with Queen. As you go through, you will progressively pick up rewards, including a 6-star chest here, and you can, if you want to, spend gems here to get more mithril pickaxes. They're 100 gems each. That's only worth it really if you have a lot of gems, but you can push here to the Eminent Hero Selection chest, which will get you an additional 5-star. Something useful for anyone desperate for hero copies. Maybe you're looking for a copy of your first E5 or that last copy of a Transcendence hero you're trying to build. So this chest may be useful, and it contains every hero up until Norton Hague. So you won't be able to get Finn from here, for example, but having Norton Hague and everyone further before that is still meaning there's pretty much every hero you could possibly want available in this chest. Further down, we have the Mysterious Chest. This is where you can, if you wish to, spend gems to get some rewards. The top pack here is actually really good. Getting scrolls for 500 gems is really nice, and the main events for completing and getting resources in Idle Heroes, whether you're a spender or a free-to-play player, is always Heroic Summon events. They are just the best. It's been like that since the dawn of Idle Heroes. So making sure you're getting as many scrolls as you can is important. On top of that, you can, if you want to, buy 5 Prophet Orbs for 1,500 gems. That's fine, but I think the rest of this is questionable. If you have an astronomically high amount of gems, you may want to get guild coins, glorious relics, and an imminent hero chest. I can understand that being the case, but 8,000 gems is a massive price tag for that amount of resources, and you're not getting anything additional with that. So that's only worth grabbing if you have tons and tons of gems at your disposal, and you always find you just never ever happen to spend enough of them. We do have big events coming up in the future. The Dragon Boat Festival is coming soon. We have the anniversary, which will be coming around in June, and then we have a few big summer events as well after that. And then when it comes into the autumn and the winter, we will be rushing with more events that will require your gem spending. The quieter period between Easter and anniversary, we are in the thick of that right now, so it means we're not really going to have that many good events until anniversary, but the Dragon Boat event is coming soon, and that will definitely be somewhere where spending your gems is worthwhile, so just make sure you don't spend too many gems on these chests. Now we have Wishing Fountain events here. This is giving you access to a 5-star Gustin for every 300 spins you do. This is just not worth it. I don't think using Wishing Coins this week to get Prophet Orbs is a good idea, mainly because, as you can see here, there is actually no benefit to using Wishing Coins. And this is where I think DHGames have made a mistake. They have added in this, the Fragrant Garden Party, which is getting you points for using coins and Super Wishing Coins, where there is a scaling reward tier here. But there's no reason to do this. There's no Reverie keys, there's only Super Wishing Coins coming back, so that's annoying because you're just literally spending a reward to get less of them in return. The only way you get the extra rewards is if you choose to buy in the relay. Normally, spending $130 in a relay to go all the way to energy is not a terrible idea. You pick up a lot of stuff, like Prism Starry Gems, key resources for the event. In this case, it's Super Wishing Coins. And there's, of course, going to be cores and gems thrown in there too, which are always nice. There's even festival chests here for rare skins. But the only thing that's getting you is the extra rewards here, which is going to be stuff like Stellar Shards and Crystals of Transcendence. Yes, there's chests that contain Transcendence heroes alongside Tree of Origin resources, which is nice. You get Spiritual Essence, Sublimation, Core chests. All that stuff is good. Heck, you even get a lot of chests here that contain Destiny materials, giving you an equivalent of 1.5 million Spirit Veins or an equivalent value of Aurora Gems. It's all good stuff, right? It's fine resources. But if you spend $130 on a relay, you normally are using that as part of a bigger event. Just take a look at Easter, which we had recently. That was giving us a lot of really nice resources for our relay spending. It was giving us access to things like Deific Artifacts. It was giving us more Destiny resources. It was giving us Star Souls. It was giving us so many things that can help accounts make progress. That's not the case here. And also, the good thing about those events with Glorious Treasuries or reward tier events where you are getting progressive rewards with some at discount, some not at discount, you know the ones I mean, like Easter, hopefully, you just aren't getting any of that this week, which means even free-to-play players are sat here scratching their heads going, well, what am I using my Wishing Coins on? And unfortunately, the answer is nothing. And spenders, you would be unwise to spend $130 here because the rewards are just mid. There is nothing coming in here. Yes, I can understand why, if you had a lot of Super Wishing Coins, you may want to spend 1,000 Super Wishing Coins does get you to 10,000 points here, which is going to unlock all of this. And if money is no object to you and you just want to throw $130 away, you are getting something out of that. It's just nowhere near as many resources as you would get in an equivalent event, which was maybe Prophet Orbs or Heroic Summons or even some really good Shelter Mission and Imps Adventure events we've seen. It's just a shame that DHGames unfortunately approached this event with, I want to say, a half-baked approach. We just are missing half of what would have been a good event. And because of that, the whole event just seems like questionable value. So my overall review for this week's event is it's nice in theory, but it's bad in practice. I wouldn't spend $130 here. If I'm a spender, I'm not parting with my cash. I'm saving that, obviously. And if you're a free-to-play player, just save your Wishing Coins, save your Super Wishing Coins. There will be better events in the future. So the main thing for us to do this week is just pick up the stuff we want from the mysterious chests, do the Sky Labyrinth to whatever extent you want to, whether it's just to grab the skin here or get a 5-star imminent chest. And that's it. Just leave it, to be honest. It is a sad, quiet week. Now, I know a lot of you have been complaining recently that the events in Idle Heroes have been quiet. That is just the nature of what happens after Easter. Our next huge events are going to be, as I said, the Dragon Boat, and then there's going to be the Idle Heroes anniversary, which is in the middle of June. So that's about 6 weeks away. So we just need to be patient and wait until then. It's normal to have quieter events like this because they create a contrast from the bigger events. This week, the main focus is just to go and do Force War, engage with that, fight the lair bosses, see what you can do in the Force War territory combat, and just enjoy your times, right? Just use this as an opportunity to not worry too much about the main event and focus about making progress on your account as a whole. We've been having a lot of fun here on my main account, so go ahead and subscribe if you want to catch and keep up to date with them. And yeah, next week is going to be Card Clash of Illusion, which is going to be great. This is an opportunity for players to get themselves some contract story gems, some nice rewards thrown in there too. And actually, if you've been saving up a ton of these little jobs, where are they? Let me see if I can find them. If you've been getting them from different game modes, the Radiant Soul Crystals, these are potentially going to be really good value next week. So if you're curious on how to use those effectively, join us for next week's review of the Card Clash Illusion event, and I will see you then in the next video. Always join us on Fridays for these event reviews so you know what to do in the week ahead, so you know whether it's going to be a quiet week or a busy week to use your resources. That's just the natural ebb and flow of Idle Heroes. Hopefully I'll catch you on Twitch on a Tuesday to get some one-to-one advice with me and the rest of the community to advise you with how to make progress on your account. And as always, guys, have an amazing week and happy idling.